Hey. What it do, everybody? This is your boy Kqkc Boxing Network, and your boy also uh, uh, um, Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Man, I'm so excited I can't hardly say his name. All right.
Yeah, you too, you too excited right now. Okay, man. Charlo did a good job, man. But
Yes,
I'm excited because I picked him. He made me look good, man. Unlike Canelo's ass, Charlo came through and did what he's supposed to do. So we back on point. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So man, salute to you, man. How you doing this morning, man?
Man, I'm hanging in there, man. I feel good, man. And it was a great fight last night. Man, in fact, it was a great fight on all the cards last night. You know, all three cards was pretty good. Boots did his thing. And of course, you know, Jamel did his thing. And Gonzalez, he did his thing. You know, so I'm not mad at the opening fight. I'm not mad at the closing fight. So I'm happy for that. And yes, the zone had a card last night also. And of course, the headliner was none other than Zurdo Ramirez. And Oscar De La Hoya, he had a few things to say about Jamel Charlo also. So if you didn't catch that, we're talking about that also. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before we do the roll call, I just want to, you know, Josh Taylor was stripped of his WBA title.
Yes, sir.
And so we got number one is some dude named Alberto Puello. And number two is some dude named Ishmael Barroso. So Josh Taylor's Super WBA belt is gonna be up for grabs, man. Do you agree with the decision? Do you think that the other sanctioning bodies are gonna follow suit? Is Josh Taylor ever gonna fight at 140 pounds again? What's your thoughts on that situation, man? With Josh Taylor being stripped of one of his belts and he's no longer undisputed at the 140-pound division?
Well, what I think is that Josh Taylor said he's going to drop the belts anyway. He looked. They said he looked drained anyway at 140 when he fought last time. So he wants to catch Terrence Crawford. He want to catch Earl Spence before they leave and go up to super welterweight. So his issue is that he want to drop the rest of the belt because he said, and I quote and unquote, that it don't make a difference to me. I don't care because I'm going to drop the belts anyway. So he's not going to defend them either. You know, he said he's going to drop them. But if he was going to drop them, he should have been done it already. He need to drop them belts right now if he wants to catch the winner of the undisputed fight between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, which is not guaranteed because they might just move straight on up. So either way it goes, you can't make weight and you don't care. So go ahead and move up regardless. So that's what I think about it. And we got another player at 147.
Yeah, I think he's trying to move up to 147, but I don't think he won't smoke with them coming off of that performance. I believe he's trying to wait.
Okay, he popped out. That's okay. He'll come back in. All right. So, but anyway, like you say, you know, he'll come back in. Miss Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Go check on your husband. All right. Make sure he didn't fall out over there. Make sure he didn't fall out over there, baby. All right. Yes, sir. All right. But he popped back in. Don't worry. All right. He was saying trouble with the computer anyway. That's what took us so long to come on. All right. So don't worry. All right. Don't worry. He'll be right back, y'all. Okay. All right. You know, that's one thing about Knockout Boxing. You know, he is a man of his word. So he'll be right back. What's going on? I'm your daddy. All right. Matter of fact, we could do the roll call while we're waiting on him to pop back in. All right. We got the number one grinder. There you go. All right. We got the number one grinder in here. All right.
Man, KQ done kicked me out, man. KQ, come on, man. I know Charlo won, man. Goddamn, man.
I don't do that.
He done kicked me out, man. I was talking about Josh Taylor. I'm about to give Charlo all his credit. Y'all see how KQ do me, man. This guy come through.
And I see your wife
fighting shit. He kicked me out the damn room. I'm in the middle of my sentence trying to cook on damn Josh Taylor. Like, I don't want to hear about Josh Taylor. Knockout, you come here with this bullshit story. I want to talk about Charlo. We gonna get there, man.
Man,
Damn.
man, I saw your wife in there. I said, go check on your husband. Make sure his ass ain't fell out.
It came out, man. Nah, I clicked the wrong. I'm over here going from browser to browser and shit, man. And I clicked the wrong goddamn thing, and I clicked that. But anyway, bro, I was saying about Josh Taylor. I believe he won't fight for a vacant belt. I don't think after fighting Jack Catterall the way that he did and looking the way that he did in that fight, I don't believe for 1 second that he wants to move up and then fight the winner of Crawford and Spence, assuming that they fight like we all expect them to and we all want them to. So for me though, trying to move up and fight for a vacant belt, number one, his best shot to do that is the WBO, because that's where he's promoted by Top Rank. We all know that WBA, that's basically Al Heyman's belt, and the WBO, that's basically Bob Arum's belt. So he move up. I was looking at the rankings this morning before we started the show. He can move up and try to fight for a vacant belt if he want to at 147 pounds. But right there, number one, waiting on him and who he would have to fight, assuming that the winner of Spence and Crawford vacates their belt, is Virgil Ortiz Jr. So good luck with that shit. Good luck. Good luck with that, Josh. You know, like that jump from 140 to 147 is just, it's different. Go ask Adrian Broner about that jump, man.
Thank you.
Go ask Mikey Garcia what that jump did to his career. He like 2-2 since he moved up to welterweight. He lost to Earl Spence. I think he beat Jesse Vargas. Then he lost to Sandor Martin, bro. He been having a tough time at 147 pounds. So
exactly.
Good luck to him. But I believe that he's trying to hold on to them belts as long as possible. The WBA though, they got some other plans with that belt. I think it was relatively soon to strip them, but you know, it is what it is, man. You need to defend them belts, so you need to do something. What I don't want him to do, OG, and what I don't like we could get some real big fights at 140 pounds this year. We could get him this year, but he holding the belts hostage right now. He needs to inform, since he said it in the public that he can't make weight and he's gonna move up. I think he should inform all the sanctioning bodies of his plans, and that way they can know what to do. Because I understand he's undisputed, he's Josh Taylor, all that, but he can't hold up everybody else's career because he's trying to play games with the belts and try to wait for an advantageous position for him. That's just my thoughts on that, man.
Yeah, because the 147 division, like you said, the last fight he fought with Catterall, you know, he didn't look so good. And you don't want no smoke. Forget about Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. It's still guys down there like Bruce Ennis. He gonna be a problem to Josh Taylor, no doubt about that. You know, Ortiz gonna be a problem. You know, and I don't know about Keith Thurman. I don't know what he's gonna do, but he gonna give him some competition too. I mean, listen, Josh Taylor is not no hot commodity, all right? He's not a problem. You know, I think Regis Prograis beat him, but that's my opinion. But still, in all, Josh Taylor need to get better at his footwork and his jab. So, but
and look, the Top Rank is basically boxed out at 147 pounds, man. We just saw this shit with Terrence Crawford.
Right.
When Terrence Crawford was at Top Rank, shit, he couldn't get a fight. Because PBC, they run 147 pound division and they run 154 pound division, pretty much like Top Rank run 135 pounds right now, bro.
And you know what?
So he boxed out if you move up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that goes back to what you were saying. And I remember what you said about Gervonta Davis, who he gonna fight over there at PBC.
Ain't nobody for him but a bunch of dangerous ass prospects like Jose Valenzuela. Like you and I know that ain't no easy fight, but as soon as that fight gets announced, you know, people gonna be like, oh shit, nah, bro, like that ain't no good opponent. But then he be dangerous as hell. If Tank don't look good or Tank lose, he ain't gonna get no credit, bro. Or Frank the Ghost Martin, another top prospect out of the PBC at 135 pounds. All the fights that everybody want to see Tank in at 135 pounds, and we already said they all top rank fights. So I mean, you know, Al Heyman is great and he can continue to be your advisor. But I'm telling you, man, he need to be looking around for a Canelo type deal, man. 2-fight deal. 3-fight deal or whatever, kind of like Haney did. Haney went over there and like, shit, this the fight I want. Y'all got the fights I want. So I'll take some bullshit. The difference is they can't do that to Tank because Tank got such a big name. So he can actually go over there and get a good deal, you know, for 2 fights or 3 fights. So we'll see, man. It's gonna be an interesting 2022, especially the second half of it. But you want to keep doing the roll call and then we'll get to some of the fights.
Yeah, sure. We go ahead on and do the roll call real fast. Okay, the number one grinder, real talk, It's in the building. My man, Chi-Town Finest. Yes, sir. All my prayers go out to you and your family out there in Elgin. All right. Salute to you. And 3 Hill. What's going on, baby? Yes, sir. And salute KQ and Knockout. All right. C83. What's happening with you, brother? All right. And we got Phyllis New is in the building. All right. Phyllis, salute to you, Phyllis. All right. We got Zach B is in the building. What's going on, Zach? Salute to you. We got Vince Williams up in here. We got AJ. What's going on, Anthony? All right. We got Little Rick Tim third is in here. All right. Salute to you. And we got Mrs. Knockout Boxing 86TV.
What's up, baby?
All right. He's okay. All right. He's still breathing. All right.
I'm good. KQ was just over here kicking me out and shit. You know what I'm saying? He felt like I scored too many rounds for Castano last night, so he was like, "Nah, knock out, get the hell on."
I look at that hill. So what? I gave him 2 rounds. I was like, oh man.
Yeah,
Dante Hall, what's happening with you, brother? All right. LT, what's happening? Yes, sir. All right. And Thrill Hill. Oh, okay. I got Thrill here. Miss Knockout Boxing back in and laughing at me. All right. Who else we got up here? I'm your daddy. It's up in here. What's going on with you? I'm your daddy. All right. It's Mr. Brother-in-law. It's in the building. We got Ricky E245. It's up in here. All right. And salute to I'm your daddy again. All right. And who else we got up in here? Let me see. Ray Patterson's up in here. Not me. It's up in here. And we got my man. Yes, sir. New Media Today, USA. It's up in here. My man out of Florida, baby. Out of Florida. And yes, sir. Maybe he coming over here to say, hey, congratulations, KQ, because you know Jamel is my guy.
Yeah.
Made history last night. Period, OG. Man, yes, sir, he did, baby. Yes, he did. All right. And salute to New Media. Y'all haven't subscribed to him. Make sure y'all subscribe to New Media Today, USA. Unboxing. All right. And salute to you, my brother. All right. Good channel. All right. And who else we got up in here? All right. Okay. Educated Jab. What's happening with you, brother?
What's up, bro?
Yes, sir. Cherry Woods is up in here. Emmanuel Pedigree is up in here. All right. And then who else? We got Bruce Gas. Yes, sir. That's his name, but his pepper name is Bruce Goes.
He changed his name on us. He changed his name on us. You know what I'm saying?
Pepper ain't easy.
He be puffing that. He be puffing that gas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he a pimp and you be smoking that shit.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, sir. And who else we got up in here? We got Stormy B Man. All right, got Mr. Wait a minute, it jumped on me. Man, damn. Wow. Man. Let me go all the way back up here. Okay, here we go. All right, okay. Omega Red. What's going on, Omega Red?
What's up, Omega?
Yep. Big Texas up in ATX. We got YGB22. All right. We got Tyrone Spencer. We got NBA Nights up in here. And who else we got? Windy City Assassin. Yes, sir. Chicago, stand up. Windy City, baby. Jason is up in here. All right. Who else we got? The Fans Corner. Wow. Yes, sir. Wow. This is a good day for me. All right. And we got Curtis Sewell up in here. What's up, Kurt? Mike Rams is up in here.
Mike.
Yes, sir. We got Chase Money. What's going on, Chase Money? Trayvon, what's going on? Trayvon, what's up, OG? And Knockout. Y'all know what it is. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Texas. We run boxing. Yeah, we run boxing. Texas run boxing. Yeah.
Yes,
sir. Yeah, y'all know it. Stop playing.
And that go my bad. Juan Ramos is up in here. Ramos is up in here. Yes, sir. And there go my little nephew, Exclusive News Insider. He's in the description, and he's a young boxer, and he needs, support, getting up there with thumbnails and film, and he does all kind of stuff. So, all right, he's in my description there. You can get in touch with him anytime you want. All right. Now, okay, we also King Style is up in here. We got Young World in here. Okay, and that's about it for right now. All right. That's it, man. Okay.
All right, man. Let's do a fight real quick. Let's talk about old Zerto, man.
Okay.
Zerto fought the German Dominic last night too. I was able to catch it, man. What you think of that fight, man? I'm tired of Zerto not fighting nobody. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like I'm not really excited about the performance because I felt like he was in there with a scared fighter, bro. Like it was a beatdown, man. What you got on that fight? Then we can get to the PBC card. What you got on that fight right there?
Okay, well, I was able to get back and look at it, but I couldn't watch the whole fight, but what I'm saying is that well, that was really the whole fight. But basically, Zerto is just he's fighting guys that's not really up in his level, and most guys going there, they know what to expect. You got a big southpaw, lightweight, heavy lightweight. I mean, light heavyweight, and he's pretty much trying to dominate, but they're trying to
Yeah.
make him look good. Oscar De La Hoya is trying to elevate him up to something that he's not. Now they asked him about how you feel about Bivol and Canelo. And he said, "Well, listen, Bivol been running for I don't know how long. Bivol been running for a long time, so let's make the fight. He want Bivol next. He want Bivol to go ahead on and fight him next, but." He said that Canelo is his Mexican brother, and he wants to pretty much get even with Bivol. Now, of course, he said he's bigger than Canelo, he's faster than Canelo, and he's taller than Canelo. But see, he hasn't been tested, and this is what I'm saying about Bruce Ennis. This is what we say about a lot of fighters that look good, but have they been really tested?
Yeah.
They've been really put out there. Had they been facing adversity, and that's the thing about it. And that's when you know what you got and what you don't got. So, all right. So that's how the Zerto's gonna do. But once he step in up there with somebody that's pretty much at his level, then maybe I would give him the praises that everybody else want to give him.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, the skills are there. You can see the skills. You can see the angles, the footwork for a man that's so big. Man, did you like? They were saying he came in that because they did the day of weigh in, so they weighed him in. They both made 175 pounds. Then they did a weigh in the day of the fight to see what their fight day weight was. Man, he weighed 200 pounds the day of the fight. Like, he a big ass dude, bro.
Yeah,
Fighting at 175 pounds, but you can see the skills, you can see the movement, you can see the power now at 175 because he ain't cutting so much weight, still cutting a lot to get back up to 200 pounds. But just a very skillful fighter. This dude Dominique Boesel, like, he was number one in the WBA, bro. Like, how? There's no way that this dude Dominique Boesel, somebody paid him from Germany. Man, somebody paid the WBA some good money to rank him there, how to make it look like Zerto wasn't cherry picking. But bro, this dude, he had the widest high guard. The moment Zerto started coming at him, he just started shelling up, bro. And he spent the whole time that he was in the fight in the corners and shit. And it was like Zerto was just practicing on a heavy bag, bro. Like, it was a waste. It literally was a waste of his time. Literally, it literally was a waste of his time, bro. Like, to be in there in the ring with a guy like that. Like, he did not deserve to be. This was a domestic level German fighter who got knocked out on the domestic level. He came back and beat the guy he knocked out, but he ain't never fought over here before, bro.
Yeah.
He ain't never fought over here. Like, he ain't on that level. Like, that was a waste of a fight for Zerto. Like, he literally he took so little punishment. He literally need to be in the ring next month. The dude didn't even hit him. He need to be in the ring like next month or the month after that, trying to fight somebody. He needs to be calling Oscar, you know what I'm saying, trying to see what they can do to get Bivol, because I don't think Canelo's taking that rematch. I don't care what his fans tell you or anything like that. Canelo's not getting back in there with Bivol. Like, you look at what Canelo has done when he has tough fights. The 2 Triple G fights, very next fight was Rocky Fielding. The Aries Landed Laura fight, the very next fight was James Kirkland. The Floyd Mayweather fight, the very next fight was Alfredo Angulo. He's not rematching Bivol, bro. So Bivol is going to be able to probably fight Zerto if they can make that fight. Eddie Hearn is number one. Eddie Hearn need to pay him the purse from the Canelo fight. I hope he's paid him by now, because it was some rumblings that he ain't got paid yet from his fight with Canelo. So pay him for that, and then get a big bag together for him versus Zerto. You know the fans that was cheering for Canelo, they're gonna show up trying to root for Zerto. It'll be a big fight at 175 pounds. Give you something to do, because the other champions are tied up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what needs to be next for Zerto. He beat the quote unquote number one contender in the WBA, which should make him the number one contender in the WBA. That's the belt that Bivol holds. That's the fight that I want to see next for those two fighters, bro. And that's really all I got on that fight, man.
Yeah. Oscar trying to hold him up, make him bigger what he is. And even Chris Mannix, he said, man, that was a nice sparring session.
Facts, bro. That's all it was. Like he beat up some dude. Like they were like, "Yo, Zerto, we want you to get some heavy bag work, but we want you to do some cardio at the same time. So we're just gonna put this dude in here with you that's a punching bag, and then you just gonna move around the ring and you gonna beat him up. Like that's what that shit was, man.
Yeah. So, all right, we got Jeffrey on the season in the super chat. He said, "Who was more scared, Booth's opponent or Zotto's opponent?"
Damn.
Wow.
Damn. Y'all doing Clayton like that?
Man.
Damn. Why couldn't Booth just be that good, bro?
Yes, sir.
Y'all doing Clayton like that? He did look scared though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. You know, Clay.
He said he went into high guard immediately. I'm like, bro, all Booth's doing is jabbing. Why you in your high guard already? Like, you ain't trying to jab back. You ain't trying to win a battle with the jabs or nothing. You just in your high guard, moving around the ring, huh? That's all you got. Yeah. So I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna say if I had to vote, I'm gonna say Boots' opponent because I'm gonna say Zerto's opponent because I'm gonna say damn, it's tough. I'm gonna say Boots' opponent because Boots' opponent didn't last as long. How about that?
Right. Okay, he just didn't move. He didn't have to wait too fast.
Yeah, bro, that shit was bad, man.
Yeah,
Let's get to this. Let's get to this Showtime card, man. Let's talk about Kevin Gonzalez, man. Taking on man, who did he fight, man? I had to do
Rivera.
I predicted this fight too. It was Emmanuel Nieves, man. What you think of that opening fight on the Showtime card, man? Break it down for us.
Okay, wait a minute. Showtime card. Okay, I was talking about on Gonzalez.
Yeah, he was on the PBC card. Yeah.
Right. Okay,
the first fight of the night. Yeah, Showtime, PBC. They fought on Showtime, my bad.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Rivera. Yeah. Okay, Rivera. Puerto
Rico. Oh well, his name is Nieves Rivera. Yeah, you're right. So we'll call him Rivera. But yeah, Gonzalez versus Rivera. What you got on that fight?
Man, listen, that was a great opening fight. Puerto Rico against Mexico, and they are super bantamweight, and they both would letting their hands go. Mm-hmm. All right. Damn, both of them pretty much southpaw stance. And they both was letting them go. And you know what? Rivera, he kind of reminded me of Gervonta Davis a little bit because he fights with his hands down. Then he try to throw the left and fall back like that, like Gervonta Davis do. But he just don't have the mechanical skills that Gervonta Davis have. But he was pretty much rocking on Gonzalez. All right, they was going toe to toe. Then they went upstairs, downstairs. They were changing jabs. They both were jabbing at the same time. But I think that Gonzalez was a little more let's go, up in your face type of fighter. All right. You know how they always talk about that Mexican style. Well, he was tougher. He was tougher than Rivera. Rivera, now he would get hit with some things and it would rattle him. And you can tell he was rattled because his punches weren't landing. Nothing but air punches. But even though Gonzalez got cut on the eye, even though his nose was busted, you know, he still went in there and fought like a warrior. And he came out with the win. You know, so I can't say too much about the mechanics of it because they were letting their hands go freely. They were going upstairs, downstairs, but they did great body work. I can tell you that. They did great body work in that first fight. You know, so, but the best man won, and because Gonzalez was hitting him with clear, precise punches, and that's what counts. So that's what counts. So that's what I liked. I really love that fight, and that was a great opening fight. So.
Yeah, it got the juices flowing, man. They threw a lot of punches, and then people. That's why I enjoy talking boxing with y'all and talking to diehard boxing fans. Number one, it's not a lot of us. And so if you talk to a casual, half the time they don't know what fighters you're talking about. But number two, like Kevin Gonzalez, if you're watching that fight, you hear the last name Gonzalez, you see that he's from Mexico and he never fought in the U.S. before. You expect like, okay, he going to come forward. He got a high guard, left hook to the body. And he ain't going to have stationary feet, no head move. Like that's the thing. Like that's the stereotype, right? But Kevin Gonzalez, he was rolling with shots, slipping with shots. He got a little shoulder roll. He was countering a lot. He was fighting on the inside, jabbing with the outside, throwing very unique combinations, good hand speed. Like he can box. Kevin Gonzalez got some real good skills. So does Rivera. The thing that hurt Rivera in this fight, in my opinion, is he's only fought 9 rounds in 4 years. He had a fight in 2017. That lasted like four rounds, and then he had a fight in 2021. So he had like a 4-year layoff before finally fighting last year. So he just hasn't been active enough. Maybe he does have better mechanics and better techniques. To your point, OG, it's just that when you don't hone your craft, when you don't hone your skills, that shit leaves you. Like 9 rounds in 4 years. We thought Keith Thurman was inactive. Damn, like that. Like what is he doing? And that's one of the things that I think kind of happened. He kind of broke down as the fight went on because it was a close ass fight for like the first 6 or 7 rounds. But then rounds 8, 9, and 10, Gonzalez, you could tell he was crisper. You could tell he was sharper. He was pushing Rivera back more, and he was able to let his hands go more because, to the contrary, he had 14 fights since the last time that Rivera fought in 2017. So in 4 years, Rivera had fought 9 rounds, and in those same 4 years, Gonzalez had fought 14 fights. And to me, that activity, staying busy, always having those camps, honing your skills, I think that paid dividends for him, and he was able to take over the back half of that fight because it was nip and tuck there for, you know what I'm saying, the first 5 or 6 rounds. But Gonzalez's pressure, because he started pushing Rivera back. Rivera, he had to plant his feet to throw. So when he was going back, Gonzalez was doing most of the work and landing the cleaner shots. And then when Rivera would plant his feet to try to throw, Gonzalez was still right there, and he would throw too. So he was always kind of getting the first say in the action. Then Rivera would do good in the middle, but Gonzalez would always have the last word. And to me, that was the difference in the rounds, and that's why you got scores like 97, 93, 98, 92, and stuff like that, because he was answering everything that Rivera would say. Now, I hate a lot of what Andre Ward says, but I am going to steal this one because I do like this one. Gonzalez kept stealing the play from Rivera. Every time Rivera would do something, Gonzalez would come and steal the play and had the last say in that altercation, in that exchange. So he put on a good performance. First fight in America. He fought a tough opponent. He's down there at 122 pounds. He's only 24 years old. I think he can be a contender. I don't know if the pop is there. And quite honestly, even for 122 pounds, he's small. Like he like 5'3", 5'4". That's the size of, you know what I'm saying? Like Chocolatito is 5'3", 5'4". Like he little. So you know, them longer, bigger 122 pounders, he may have issues with them. But I want to see him fight again, man. This was a big card, and for him to be able to open up this card, fighting in that the what they call it, the Punch Bowl, I think they call this spot. But fighting there, man, it was great, man. It was a very good fight, very good opening fight, and very respectable.
You saw the Dignity Center, whatever they call it.
Yeah, Dignity Sports Complex or whatever, where they fight outside. I think it's cool as long as the weather's good.
Yeah, it used to be. I
like that, man.
Yeah. One of the subscribers, Juan Hernandez, he sent me a message from Leo Santa Cruz. You know, he's saying about, don't worry, OG, I'll be on your show. I'm gonna put it on Instagram so everybody can see it.
Nice.
All right, yeah. Mel Cool J in that super chat. He said, "Sup, OG and KO. Was 3 rounds off, but at least I got the final prediction right. Wow. All right, Mel. All right.
Congratulations, Mel Cool J. Me myself, not bragging, but I called a round 10 stoppage for Jermell Charlo. So you know.
Wow, look at you, man.
You know what I'm saying? We had to bounce back.
Man, that was hard. That was hard to call that on point. Because
it's hard to get the round right, bro. But I figured Castano was gonna show some grit late, but bro, you can't keep taking them shots from Mel at 154 pounds. In case y'all didn't know, it ain't that Castano ain't got no chin. You just can't keep taking those shots from Jermell at 154 pounds. At some point, he gonna catch you. So let me say this, because the brother Curtis Sewell said that 122 pounds is Stephen Fulton's weight class. Look, bro, I can't say that yet. I can't say that yet because MJ Akhmadaliev got 2 belts. They need to fight, bro. Fulton got a good fight with Roman coming up. I think maybe in a week or 2 weeks or so. But he got 2 belts. It's another guy over there with 2 belts. We need to see them 2 fight, and then it'll be a person's weight class. Now, Stephen Fulton might be the most skilled fighter. He might be the best fighter, but when I got one fighter with 2 belts and another fighter with 2 belts, shit, it's both their weight class till they fight. You know what I'm saying? Just like Spence and Crawford, like it ain't nobody weight class yet. They got to fight, bro. They got to fight. You don't make it your weight class until you did what Jermell Charlo did last night. That's the standard, no matter who it is, bro. Whether we rock with him or not. To me, that's my opinion. What you think of that? You think it's Fulton's weight class down there at 122 pounds?
Yes, me.
Yeah. I'm asking
Oh,
you.
okay. I thought you talking. thought you talking to him.
No. I'm
Yeah.
asking you, man.
Well, you know what? Stephen Fulton need a lot of work though. For one, all right.
Mhm.
I think he need a lot of work. But for you to call that your weight class, you got to dominate that weight class, and he hasn't done that yet.
Yeah.
I would like to
Curtis said
see.
he was just saying that's where he fights at. So my bad, bro.
Oh,
I
okay.
just,
Oh, okay.
I misunderstand.
Mhm.
I like Stephen Fulton. He a dog. He done fought a lot of
Mhm.
undefeated fighters, and he's unifying and shit. Just finish the job, bro. Like I'm motivated to see people finish the job now. Jamel went and finished the job. These dudes got to finish the job, man.
Okay. This been coming up, like I said, in the last 2 days, as I
What's
post
that?
that from Ruben Gutierrez, who has Jerron in his fault.
Man, they
See?
always do that shit,
Right.
man.
You know.
So the thing is, like, I think Virgil Ortiz got a little bit better resume. I do, but how
Mhm.
you can't deny how Jerron Ennis is beating people, and then we can't all of a sudden act like Sergey Lipinets ain't shit when Jerron Boots Ennis beat him, or we can't act like
Mhm.
Custio Clayton ain't shit when Jerron Boots Ennis beat him. Like this was a title eliminator fight. It was Custio Clayton. Never had lost before. His only
Right.
blemish on his record is a draw that a lot of people felt like he won. And Jerron Boots Ennis did something to him that no one else did to him, bro. Like, and he
Mhm.
did it badly. Like the first time he hit him flush, he stopped him. And then same
Mhm.
with Sergey Lipinets. This was a guy that been in there with Mikey Garcia, was a
Mhm.
140-pound champion. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like had a lot of tough fights. Like, come on, man. Like you can't knock him for that, bro. And it's one thing to knock somebody if they ain't fought nobody and it's because they don't want smoke. But the man is doing what he's supposed to do, and he calling for everybody. He ain't picking and choosing. He done said he'll beat Crawford. He done said, look, Crawford ain't no switch hitter. I'm a real switch hitter. And I want Crawford or Spence, whichever one. I don't care. And then when Spence was at the fight, he called him out there too. So he won't smoke, bro. He
Mhm.
won't smoke, so I can't criticize him. See, now Clayton is trash. I can't with y'all, bro. Like
Mhm.
now Custio Clayton is trash, man. God dog, bro. Tyrone say he trash, man. We might well get to that fight. That's the next one anyway. What you got on that fight, man? Jerron Boots in his performance against Custio Clayton. What you think, man?
Well, I think he looked good. Okay. Like I told everyone yesterday, yes, he will be champion, I believe. All right. Going by the eye test and going by the way he fights, his athleticism. He's from switching from orthodox to southpaw, which he did last night. He was just fighting an opponent that knew all about him. You can tell he did. And he started slapping with his punches, and he was pretty much afraid what was coming back. And then he started fighting pretty much defensive than more offensive. And that's what Boots does. When you have a reputation like he has, as like being the next Chance Crawford or whatever they want to call him. And please don't say, let's see Boots and Earl Spence. Why Earl
Oh,
Spence
we gonna
running
get to
from
that.
Boots?
We
You
gonna
know,
get to that because there
yeah,
was a lot of talking after the fight. We're gonna get to
right.
that.
So I mean, but still in all, I think Boots did a great job, and I think he did what he had to do. Why sit there and play with your food? Go out there and clean your plate and go home. Because see, the longer you let a guy stay in there, the more he would get courage. The more he would try other things, or more he just go in there and just say go for broke. And next thing you know, you getting hit with something, or you in a real tassel with somebody. So you go in there and you go ahead and clean your plate, and that's what he did. He used
Mhm.
what everything comes behind the jab, and that's what he did. All right, he set it up with the jab and came back with the right hand right on the equilibrium. Now, some people say, "Oh, he took a dive." No, he did not take a dive. Because see, when you get hit on the equilibrium, it incapacitates you. Is what I'm saying the word right? For a minute, and you can't walk straight. You kind of stuttering, and this and that. But you okay though after about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But that's too late. Then you lost the fight.
Yeah, shit, you got
You
10
know?
seconds, bro.
Right,
Like
right. So it's too late then. So that's why he was smiling and giving him a fist bump. Okay, good fight. Because it was over with. Because he hit him with a good shot, and it was a legal shot. So I mean, basically that's what it was. But Boots, like I say, why play around? Why play around with your food? Because you might end up getting into something that you don't want to get into. I know you want to showboat, play around, and do this and that. No. You need to get the guy out of there. You don't want to give him no encouragement. You don't want to give him no moxie to go in there and try to kick your ass. You don't want to do that. So you want to go ahead and get him out of there and go home. So that's all I got on that right now.
Yeah, fact. So for Boots, like number one, like just on the fight, because there's so many other things. And I see the chat talking about it, and I want to ask you about it too, because I got my thoughts on it. So just the fight itself, though, like came out pumping the jab, established the jab very, very nice. And I think that he made Clayton put his hands in his pocket because Clayton realized, damn, he faster than I thought. Like shit. I didn't know he was this fast. And so he established distance, he started pumping the jab. Then he would throw a combination every now and then to just kind of see where Clayton was at, and some of the combination was getting through. But I was taken aback with how fast he was, and how even though he was throwing combinations, he did a good job of finishing by putting his stick out there, putting his jab out there. And he really just did a good job. Then he was switching so fluidly. But between, and he didn't do switch and then stay there. He switched to he was in orthodox. Switch to right, switch to southpaw, then switch back to orthodox, all while looking good, throwing a jab. He almost landed a mean ass roll uppercut on Clayton when Clayton tried to come in one time, and Clayton probably felt that shit winds right by his nose. He like, I ain't doing that shit again. And so he put his hands in his pocket for the rest of the fight. Now, as far as the knockout blow itself, it landed behind the ear, which could be considered the back of the head, but Clayton ducked down into that shit, y'all. Like he ducked. Like that ain't Boots' fault. If I'm throwing a punch and you duck your head down, what do the ref tell you? Like, hey, you got hit in the back of the head because you ducking look too low. Keep your head up. He damn near ducked to try to touch his knees. That's why I got hit in the back of the ear, because that shit would have landed right here, and he was trying not to have that shit happen. So he tried to duck down, but Boots' hand speed was just too fast, and so it still caught him. But instead of catching him right here, caught his ass right here, which it's a back of the head shot. But if you leaning your head down and you leaning your head to touch your knees, it ain't my fault if I hit you in the back of the head. So that's why it's fair play in my opinion, bro. So it kind of is what it is. Great performance by Boots. And he moves on to the next. He's now the IBF mandatory. Before we get to him and Earl Spence and they're back and forth, let me ask you this, OG. It's a lot of people saying that Castano Clayton threw the fight. He was scared. And he did tell I did say that, Jafari. I meant put his hands in his pockets, bro. Come on, it's early still for me. I'm getting in the flow, bro, getting in the groove. But I wanted to ask you this. So Clayton did tell Boesel, I had to fight him because no one else would, or something along those lines. Now, some interpret that to mean that Castano Clayton was scared and he took the fight because he felt like he had to. When you hear a fighter say, yo, I took this fight because no one else would, how do you translate that? What do you think of those comments from Clayton after fighting Boots?
Okay, Clayton said he took the fight because nobody else would, right?
Yeah, basically that's what he told Boesel Ennis at the end of the fight.
Okay, you know why? I show that he has heart. That shows you that he has heart, and that shows you that he do want to be a winner. That shows he want to show everybody in the boxing community that, hey, listen, I can hang with this guy. All right, I'm not afraid to go in there and fight this guy. I'm not trying to protect my O, right? Because keep in mind, he was undefeated. Okay, so he don't want to protect his O. He want to go in there and put it all on the line. That's one thing you can say about that he is a tough guy. He want to go in there and prove his worth. He want to prove that, hey, he's not undefeated for just being undefeated. But like I say, he know who Bruce Anderson is, and he knew how fast he was, because he did start off pretty fast, with a tumble jab. I mean, wow. So, I mean, it didn't touch anything, because it was too far away right in the first round. But he saw how fast he was. And sometimes that intimidates a lot of fighters. But one thing you can say about Clayton, though, he did what other fighters won't do. And that means he go in there and fight. He went in there and fight one of the best, maybe, let's say, almost the third or fourth best at 147. So, kudos to him, because he doing things that nobody else wants to do. Yes, Bruce Anderson can get better. He can fight better competition. But goddamn, they got to step up, though. They got to step up. If you want to be the best, you got to fight the best. And that's the only way you're going to do it. And that's the only way you're gonna do it. You're gonna have to take fights that nobody else wanted to take. Of course, you don't want to get beat up. I know you don't, but if you got hard, if you got confidence in your skills, you will go in there and put them on display, and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised what you can do. You can go in there and face adversity and come out on top. You never know what you can do unless you try. And what Clayton did last night, he tried, all right, but it didn't work out. But at least he tried. At least he did what other fighters would not do, and that's what he did. So you can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that at all. So that's how.
And I'm not going. I can't sit up here and call him scared because, like you said, he took the fight, bro. Like, did nobody like put a gun to his head and make him take the fight? So I'm not gonna say he is scared. I think what y'all are confusing fear with is he got in that ring and got overwhelmed.
Right.
He got in that ring because he ain't never sparred Boots before. He ain't never been in the ring with Boots. You know what I'm saying? He got in that ring with Boots and he was like, oh shit, this ain't that. This ain't what I thought it was. I'm still a warrior. I'm gonna still try. I'm gonna still try to survive in this hole, and I'm gonna see if I can pick my opportunities. But he's longer than I thought he was. He's stronger than I thought he was. He's more skilled than I thought he was, and he's faster than I thought he was. Damn, none of this shit is working. But a fighter that's like, so what if Crawford and Spence fight, and Crawford go in there and he just piece Spence up, just piece him up badly, bro. Just do him all kind of greasy within 2 or 3 rounds because he countering him and doing shit. To me, that don't mean Spence was scared. It's just Crawford ain't what he thought he was. Crawford was just better than what he thought, bro. So it kind of like I won't call a fighter scared for getting in the ring. Like scared, bro. Like it ain't like Castano Clayton was running around. Scared was Chris Colbert, bro. Like let's just keep it a buck. That was scared when you got put on your ass and you just ran across the ring the whole time. Castano Clayton was in his high guard. Y'all was saying he threw 10 punches. He threw 57 punches in round 1. And he threw like another 48 in round 2 before he got stopped. So he was trying to jab and shit. He was trying to pick his spots. Boots was just so damn athletic. He was like, damn, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know. Because if you've never been in the ring with somebody, bro, you don't know until you know. And when he figured the shit out, he was like, God damn, okay. Let's try to do something else. So I can't call him scared, bro. Like, I ain't gonna do that to him because if we do that, then ain't nobody gonna fight who we want him to fight, bro.
Exactly.
Like, hopefully, Castano Clayton can get Keith Thurman in the ring, bro. Hopefully, the winner of Crawford and Spence will fight Boots if they stay at 147 because he deserves that opportunity, bro. So I can't call a man that get in the ring scared, bro, because it's so many things, it's so many other things he could have done. You know, he could have did, and let's talk about this real quick. Well, now we can finish the whole conversation. Then I want to ask you about this other situation. What's scared would be what we see with Isak Pitbull Cruz's team and Ryan Garcia right now. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna ask the OG about that, but I'm not calling the fighter scared when they get in there and they fight and they don't run around the ring. Like if you want to tell me that Rigondeaux was scared of Casemiro, I know a lot of people like Rigo. But Rigo ran across the ring the whole goddamn fight. He didn't engage at all. The homie Castano Clayton probably threw more punches in 2 or 3 rounds than Rigondeaux threw in that whole goddamn fight against Casemiro, bro. If we just being on it or close to it, he ain't do shit in that fight. He ran around the ring. So, you know, it is what it is to each his own. But salute to Clayton for getting in the ring. And salute to Boots for doing what he's supposed to do. He made him look like he didn't belong in the ring with him, bro. Straight up and down.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So, but still, like I say, the jury, you know, I think it's still out with Boots Henderson. I know we got some people to say, hey, he the goods. I say he's going to be champion at 147. And I say that after Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford leaves. I really believe that, you know. I believe that he will fight someone that will make him face adversity. And I think he would rise to the occasion. And last night when he fought on Clayton, Clayton kind of got surprised when he switched from orthodox to southpaw. Then when he went back to orthodox, that kind of confused him. I saw that, you know. So things like that is a plus. Things like that's a plus unless you're facing another southpaw and who switches, you know. So I mean, hey, Bruce, I think got the whole package. All you gotta do is just put it all together. That's all. It's just a matter of time to put it all together. So
I got you. Let's talk about Boots and his call out of Earl and Earl's response to him. Then let's talk about what Earl had to say about Crawford, because I think it was some very interesting things in there. So first, Boots, you know what I'm saying? They interviewing him after the fight. He said, you know, I see the big fish over there. You know, I feel like it's time to go fishing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to go catch me something. What's good? Earl Spence, he does the interview, and in that interview, he responds at the end of the interview. He says, I heard Boots say something about like reeling me in or fishing or whatever. He said he better be careful because he gonna catch something he don't want. What do you think of the call out? And what do you think of Earl Spence responding to him? Just because it's something that feel like Earl Spence is afraid of Boots, or that he gonna fight Boots next instead of Crawford. Like all this old crazy shit to me. But what do you think of the challenger and the contender Boots calling out Spence like that, and then Spence's response to him? That whole back and forth. What's your response to that, man?
You know, I really believe that it don't mean a thing. I really believe that it don't mean a thing. Now, Bruce Hanson, yes, he won, and yes, he want to say, "Hey, look here, guys, I can hang with y'all." Okay, look here, guys, I'm at y'all division, and hey, I got the same accolades that you all got. And come on, let's do this. Now, Bruce knows what's going on. Bruce knows that that it's an undisputed fight between him and Terrence Crawford. So he pretty much just threw that out there, you know, to get the crowd excited, let everybody know who I am and that I'm here. All right. But when Earl responded, Earl pretty much, you know, it was just a little jab. You know, it wasn't nothing big. I don't make nothing out of it. It just that Earl being Earl. Hey,
because you know what they gonna say. Oh man, see Earl, he responded to Boots, man. He won't fight Boots, man. He don't want to fight Bud, man.
Right, exactly. If you are a boxing fan, you know damn well that Earl Spence has his eye on a prize. If you are a boxing fan, you know Earl Spence is on that 4-lane highway. He's in the right lane, and Boots Ennis's over 2 lanes over. And right now, that is not in his lane. So right now, Terrence Crawford is in his lane, and he got his eye on Terrence Crawford. And Boots Ennis knows that. And Boots Ennis don't want to step in the way of Undisputed at all. So, I mean, I didn't think it mean anything. I mean, just 2 welterweights, you know, just talking, you know, smack, and that's it. It wasn't even an aggressive smack. It just was just talk. That's all it was, you know. So I mean, don't go all well. Earl is running from Boots. No, he's not running. Okay, he's not running because ain't no offer. All right, ain't nobody made no offer. Ain't nobody said anything about it. Now, matter of fact, Bruce didn't say nothing about it. He just said that he want to go fishing. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
he want
all
to go
he
fishing.
said.
He want to catch the big fish, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know, so that's. I mean, he didn't say, you know, hey, I want the big fish right now. I want him next. You know, he didn't say all that. You know, so it's just a little, you know, a chuckle. That's all I think it is. You know, but of course we know that some people take it and run with it. You know, so please don't start that shit. All right, because it doesn't mean a thing. All right, we all know what we gonna have. We all know what we're gonna have this year. All right, and I believe this is gonna happen real soon. All right, we got Devin Haney next, and then we're gonna have Undisputed one more time before this year is out. All right,
sir.
so just leave it like that. And like I say, I said last night, by the time Bruce Ellington get to the where he needs to be, Earl Spence will be gone. All right. Then after that, if he gets finally gets Undisputed, if he does at 147, Earl Spence gonna be gone for 154. You know, so I mean, they may never meet up unless he want to go up a weight class and fight him, like Canelo do all the time. All right, so that's how I look at it. So please, it doesn't mean a thing. It don't mean a thing. All right. So that's all I got on that, man. So,
man, look, like they doing what they supposed to. Number one, like to separate it, knockout boxing. Me, I want Spence versus Crawford, but Jerron Boots Ennis, the fighter, man, he ain't supposed to care about none of that shit. He's supposed to be calling them out. He shouldn't want. He should want to get in the way. He should be like, nah, that's my fight. I want it, so I ain't got no problem with him talking shit to Earl. Like that's what he's supposed to do. If he didn't do that, I'd be like, bro, it's something sweet there. It's a little soft. So he did what he's supposed to do. You see the champion over there watching you fight, checking you out, looking at you like you an op or something. You supposed to be like, oh, I see you over there. What's up? And then the champion's supposed to respond accordingly. Like, say, bro, leave me alone. You gonna catch something you don't want. So it is what it is, bro. Like I love the trash talk. I ain't got nothing against it. Y'all know if I'm nothing else, I'm petty, bro. So I be all for for the damn trash talk. Like, talk your shit, Boots. Earl, respond to him. If the fight can happen at 147 or 154 in the future, that's
Mhm.
cool. But just give me Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford first. But Boesel in this, Jerron in this, their management team, they shouldn't give a damn. They should be calling the IBF right now. Like, y'all know y'all need to make me the mandatory, right? Y'all know I need to be the mandatory, right? You need to make me the mandatory right now. I want to be the mandatory. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying. You need to enforce this. Make him fight me or drop his belt. And then that way, shit, then you might get some step aside money. You might get you a bag. You might get some bread, but you don't just step aside without calling them out and acting like you want the fight. I love that from Boots. You know what I'm saying? I love Spence's response. Now let me ask you this, because also in that same interview with Earl Spence, he confirmed, they asked him straight out, so what is the situation with you and Crawford right now? He said, just talks. We talking. The sides are talking. I feel like that fight is going to happen this year. I know he wants the fight. I definitely want the fight. Al Heyman told me he wants the fight, and we're going to try to make it happen this year. So he asked the question again directly about him and Crawford. What do you think of that, man? How optimistic are you that we are about to get this fight and that they're in talks, and the talks have been confirmed by Earl Spence himself? I mean, he ain't lied to us yet. So what you think of that, man?
Well, of course, they've been in talks. They always been in talks, okay? And now they probably in serious talk now, all right? Because I'm sure Terrence Crawford hasn't been active. We know that, but still, it doesn't matter, all right? Earl Spence did what he had to do with you guys, and yes, they are in talks. No, most definitely, I know that for a fact. And yeah, we're gonna have that fight this year. I know that for a fact. So, so now it's all about dotting the I's and crossing the T's and getting it done. And they're not going to say anything about the fight is made until the fight is made. So basically, Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford is going to be fighting for undisputed, and they are doing exactly what they're going to do, and they said they was going to do. Earl Spence followed every step of his plan. Think about it. From that day one, he said he's going to take his side of the street, take care of that first, then going to come over there. He followed every step of the way. He had a couple hiccups. Yes, he did. All right. But he still carried on. No tune-ups. Just went straight on. Just straight on and continued on his journey. And he's still on his journey. He got one more hurdle to go before he's become an undisputed champion. So he's doing everything he wants. He haven't lied to you or me yet. So why should he lie now? Why will he lie now? And knockout is right. Boost, hey, why not call him out? And I don't blame him. You know, how you gonna get step aside money if you don't make a move? All right. Now he'll take the step aside money. I don't have no doubt about it. All right, but you got to say something. You just don't step aside just to be stepping aside. So I agree with you on that one. You know, so I mean, hey, this is gonna happen, and y'all might well get used to it. Y'all might well get ready for it. This is gonna happen. And one thing about it is Earl Spence is pretty much already know what he want to do. That's one thing about Earl Spence. You ain't going to change his mind. And let me tell you another thing. For everybody that said that Al Heyman is messing up Earl Spence's career, trying to put him in there with Canelo Alvarez, now, look, go fuck off somewhere. All right? Because that's not going to happen. All right? I don't know who got that lie. Well, I know who got the lie started, but ain't no way Al Heyman's going to put that man in there with no Canelo Alvarez. When you got the money, the fight is already sold. All right, you don't even have to sell the fight, really. You know, sure, you can have your press conferences and things like that, but you know, the fight is already sold.
Facts.
But please, please, he is not finna fight no Canelo. Because Canelo is too busy soaking right now. He's too busy drinking right now. All right, because he's having trouble. Right, he having trouble dealing with that loss. All right. So basically, y'all seen the films and shit, him drinking and shit and going playing golf, right? But anyway, still in all, we're gonna have a good undisputed fight. And so, hey, man, I'm with Earl Spence. I'm with Terrence Crawford. We got two black fighters in the glamour division, 147, who really haven't really had a unification fight, undisputed fight, and God knows how long. And this is going to be history in the making also. So hey, let's see it. Hopefully they will be number nine in the undisputed list. Devin Haney probably be number 8 if everything go well. then they'll be number 9. So let's keep our fingers crossed, and for you all Bud Crawford fans, y'all keep y'all fingers crossed, because either way it go, both guys gonna make a lot of money. Both guys gonna be in the history books. So I mean, let's do it and let's get it moving and stop putting our lies. All right, so let's get it done. Yep.
Man, look, so I agree with everything that you just said, but you know I'm petty, and y'all know how I do. So when I heard the interview from Earl, I was like, damn, that shit, that sound right. Like, he's speaking facts and he doing everything that everybody said he should do, and he's confirming that they in negotiations right now. But I was like, you know what? I bet you there's gonna be a certain segment of boxing fans that find a way to still push that this Earl Spence is ducking Bud, and that this narrative is still true. Even when they hear this shit, they're gonna do it. So I went listening. I went listening to different channels and shit, and I found them, OG. I found them. The new one is that sound good, and Earl saying all the right things, but send the contract. Why Earl ain't send the contract yet? So I'm like, all right, bro. Like, I don't know what anybody in the chat does for a living. I don't know what other people do for a living. But let me tell you all something, bro. Like, this is like one of the weak. Like, bro, it's getting weak at this point, dog. Like, it's getting really, really weak. And let me explain to y'all why that's weak, and why if you were saying that shit, you need to cease and desist and stop saying that shit, because I'm gonna shit on you, bro. I'm gonna make you look stupid. Okay. First of all, bro. In business, bro, you do not send a contract that ain't nobody agreed to yet. Okay, you make offers. You like, hey, you offer this. They be like, yes. They be like, no. Hey, let me change this here. Let me change that there. And then y'all go back and forth. You send the contract once shit is agreed to, bro. You don't send a contract while you still talking, bro. Like, if you getting somebody a job, right? Let's say I'm offering OG a job, and I'm like, yo, I can pay you $60,000 for this job, right? And he like, nah, man, look, my experience, all the years I put in, I need at least $75,000. I'm not gonna send him a contract with $60,000 on it because he didn't agree to the shit yet, bro. Like, he said no. He said, look, I need something else, or I need to change this shit here. So that's why it ain't no contract yet, bro. They don't send the contract until the shit is agreed to. That's why they are in talks. Hey, I want this. I want that. I want to walk out last. No, I want to walk out last. Well, I'm undisputed, so I should walk out last. Well, I got 3 belts in this division, so I should walk out last. Like, bro, it's called negotiations. You don't. It's right. To this shit. You don't send contracts in the middle of negotiations. You send them after the shit is done, bro. Right. You send them after the negotiations are done. Then y'all agree to everything. You sign the contract, because you know who writes contracts, guys? Lawyers do. And lawyers do not write contracts for free. They charge your ass. So why would I pay a lawyer to write a contract and send that shit to you when you ain't agreed to the shit yet, bro?
Right. That's why you got term sheets. That's why you send term sheets,
yes,
play
bro.
around, play around.
Just so everyone knows, that's the new that's the new one right there, okay? Right. Now it's like, that sounds good. And Earl is saying all the right things, but why his ass ain't send the contract? That's the new one. So y'all take that, you know what I'm saying? Take what I said, use that against him. Let's beat the stupidity back one talking point at a time, bro. Let's kill the shit one talking point at a time and keep this shit moving. But overall, man, I think the fight is done. Like, I've been saying that. I think the fight is done. That's why they acting like this. That's why they got handshakes. They're going back and forth to build up the fight. I think the shit is done. They just ain't told us. Right. But for the public, I think so, that's what y'all gonna have to deal with, man. Watch when y'all go out this way. I'm telling y'all, bro, go around. I know y'all listen to a lot of people. Go around. That's gonna be the new one, bro. That is going to be the new. I've been hearing it already. Like, literally, they play in the interview like, oh, that sound good. Earl talking good, but he don't really mean it because he ain't sent the contract yet. He ain't sent the contract yet. So y'all just, take what I said and run with it. It's all facts. I promise you.
Man, it just amazes me that, and like I said last night, I think after the fight, or between fights, it seemed like everybody want Earl Spence, just to have bad luck or do something bad, or they just want him just to mess up or whatever. They don't wish no good luck to him at all. I mean, I don't understand it. Well, Earl Smith, he should retire and this and that. And then you got trainers and shit. He not the same, and everything. It seems like you're not trying to give Spence no type of credit at all. You're trying to give Spence just the old bad luck mojo or some shit. I don't know, but you never can say anything positive about this young man. All right, but still in all, he always rise to the occasion. And no matter what you say or do. So please, don't start that shit. All right. Because contracts, like you say, contracts, you just don't send over a contract. Here you go, sign it. No. That's why they play around with the term sheets. No, I don't want this here. Send it back. All right. No, I take this, but I won't take this. Send it back. And that's what you do. All right. And that's how things work. Bill Haney was explaining it to me. And that's how you work. The term sheets is like not playing around, but I cross this out. I want this. No, I don't want this. I want that. Then after that, okay, this is what we got. All right. Then you give it to a lawyer, and the lawyer looks it over, make sure everything is good and everything good. Make sure you sign, make sure he sign, and there you go. Okay. There you go. Now keep in mind, this is for undisputed. This ain't no any other fight. And this ain't on the same side of the street with the so-called, because those fights can be easily made. This fight, Bud Crawford. Y'all know who Bud Crawford, right? So these things are gonna have to be difficult to make, and it's gonna be, I think it's made, but it's gonna be hard to make, but it's gonna be done. I don't think it'll be that hard to make, but it is what it is. I think it'll come down.
We're gonna see it, y'all.
Yeah.
We're gonna see it. Everybody that got Crawford, you're gonna get to see if you're right. Everybody that got Spence, you're gonna get to see if you're right. But at the end of the day, and all the Crawford fans is not saying this, bro. I'm not talking to you. Okay, this is not for you. It's for the ones that are, bro. Because there's a lot of y'all that are like me, believe that both fighters are not scared of each other. It's a lot of y'all that believe that both fighters want the fight. Y'all believe that the fight is gonna happen. We all on the same page. We might just disagree on who we think is gonna win the fight, and that's fine. But there are some fans saying, just like it's some Spence fans that believe that Bud is ducking Earl Spence, and I don't believe that shit. I disagree with them too. So it just is what it is, but it is being said, bro. So it deserves to be talked about. That's the new narrative. That's all. No disrespect to the brother Rick and the brother Eric. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got Bud winning, y'all got him winning. But I've never heard y'all say Earl was scared of Bud. So this ain't for y'all, bro. It's not for y'all. Okay, it's cool.
Y'all smash the like button too, okay?
Yeah, like, man, we kind of light on the like button. Y'all gotta do that, man. If you can't donate, you know what I'm saying? Super chat or cash apps, they cost money, but the like button is free. So please hit it. Let's move on though, man. We got 30 minutes left, man. A little bit more. We got the big fight, man.
Yes,
we got the big fight. We got your boy Jermell.
Yes, sir.
Undisputed.
Yes, sir.
Charlo, that's his new name. Not Lions Only, not Iron Man. Jermell, the Undisputed Charlo. Because we got to differentiate them because they twins and shit. So
that's
Jermell, the Undisputed Charlo versus Brian Castano. OG, were you nervous? What was going on, man? Break down the fight. How'd it happen, man?
Man, Zulu, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. You can send a cash app if you want. I don't know. All right. I don't know what's going on, but listen, Jermell, man, I love it. Let me say that. Okay. Now let's start off with this fight. Okay, Jermell, I'm not gonna say the first time, but he listened to Derrick James last night. And he really listened to him. Everything Derrick James told him to do, he did it. He was busy. His work ethic was impeccable. He kept moving. He was in great shape last night. I mean, it was a great fight. It was a back and forth fight. Now, I said this fight is not going to be easy. But I had Jermell winning this fight, but he's just not going to waltz in there like everybody thought he was going to do and really wash him. Now, of course, he did get the knockout. All right, he did get the stoppage. Okay, but it wasn't easy. Now, one thing about Castano, he was walking through a lot of Jermell lefts and rights. But one thing I like what Jermell did last night, he kept on that stick. He kept that jab going, even on the back foot, even against the ropes. He was counter punching. I never seen so many counter punches from him. Matter of fact, I never seen him that busy in his whole career. I've been following
Mm-hmm.
him since he damn near started boxing. And I never seen him. I never seen him that busy. And that means that he wanted it. That means that he wanted that fight, and he got it. And he did everything in his power to be in shape, to be busy, and to be on point. Because he was throwing uppercuts. He had his head down, then he come up and throw one. He go to the left and throw one. He go to the right and throw one. He's on a rope and throw one. He's counter punching, and he's jabbing as he moving back. And then he bring it right back and swirl and use his angles and ride it back to the center of the ring. But Castano still was pressing. He still was coming forward. Then Jamel, that jab finally swole that eye up, that right eye of Castano. That come from that left jab. That jab was still going on point. And so jab, as y'all all know, when I call fights, I always say Charlo style. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Charlo style last night was the tap with the right hand. That's right. The 1-2. The 1-2. And that's what he did last night. And he did it all last night. And he came out with a nice left hook, and that put Castano down. So go ahead. What you got? I don't want to take a
Nah, man. Hey, man, do your thing. So Jermell Charlo, man, number one, I'm so glad that he listened to Derrick James. That was the first main key adjustment that I said he needed to make, because that was going to allow him to make all the other adjustments that needed to be made in that fight, such as keeping his back off the ropes, use his jab, be busier, don't just let Castano steal the play at the end of the round. All of those things Derrick James was going to tell him anyway. So the main thing he needed to do in this fight was listen to Derrick James, and he did just that. And when he came out and he opened with that 1-2 and then threw that left hook to the body, I was like, okay, we might be good. And Castano kept pressing him. But Jermell kept landing cleaner shots on Castano. And I'm sorry, like, Castano is tough, but when somebody is hitting you and they knocking you back 2 steps, because when Jermell landed clean on him, bro, Castano he hit him so hard all fight long, Castano would literally get knocked back by like 2 steps. And so it's like, bro, you can only take that shit for so long. And he kept his jab pumping. He pivoted around. And when he did get on the ropes, he fought off the ropes much better. Instead of just shelling up and just trying to catch shots, he would still shell up and catch shit, but he always countered with that nasty left hook. It was a nice, sharp, crisp left hook that he kept landing off the ropes to get Castano off of him. He didn't get Castano off of him this fight by holding him and trying to push him off. He got him off of him by hitting him off, like throwing that left hook with the right hand and shit. And I was like, okay, that's how you get somebody up off you when you against the ropes. Then he would pivot around and shit. And when the fight was in the center of the ring, he had the clear advantage. Castano, his arm, he got little T-Rex, little baby raptors arms and shit. So, so it just, bro, it just was a master performance by him, in my opinion. I think he made adjustments in this fight much better than he did in the Harrison fight. I felt like he was still losing the Harrison fight until he stopped Harrison. In this one, I had him up 6-3 on my scorecard. I don't know what the official scorecards came out for the judges, but I had him winning this fight at the time of the stoppage, because even though Castano was busier, Charlo was landing the way cleaner, way more effective shots, and his game plan was working. It's like when they were in the center of the ring, he was clearly winning. And when they got to the corners and to the ropes and shit, he did enough to where Castano wasn't winning those exchanges cleanly. Like, Castano might have landed 2 punches to Jamel's 1 or 4 punches to Jamel's 2, but the 2 that he was landing was knocking Castano back by a half step or a step and a half, because he was really throwing them hoes and sitting down on them. Now, for how he got the stoppage, man, when they were head to head and he threw that left hook and that delayed reaction, I was like, oh, he done, bro. Like, he hurt and he don't even know he hurt. But to Castano's credit, he got his ass up. He tried to continue, but Mel being one of, I ain't saying the best, I think that belongs to somebody like Crawford, or you could argue Tank Davis, but being one of the best finishers in the game, once he got Castano hurt, it was over with, bro. And he was in dog shape for this fight. He was ready to go all 12 rounds, maybe even 15 if he needed to. I still think fighting on the inside is not the thing that he's the best at, but he got enough power, and he got 2 really good punches on the inside. That right uppercut and that left hook on the inside, he showed he can put your lights out, because that boy Castano was tough, man. He a
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
tough, rugged, and rough fighter, and he came to try to beat Jamel up, and Jamel had to take his belt. Castano wasn't giving that shit up lightly. He had to go in there and take it. And when he made the adjustment of listening to Derrick James, that shit paid dividends, man. And so salute to him, undisputed champion fighting out of Texas, man. You can't do nothing but give props to that man, bro. Like he made the proper adjustments. I think the left hook was the key. I think I think the fact that he fought better off of the ropes. Those were the two keys in the fight. That left hook that he kept landing consistently, which ended up being the shot that really, it didn't stop him, but that was the shot that caused the knockout. And then just staying the course, like not getting detoured, like, because that's what I was worried about. I was like, yo, if he hit him with a big shot early and he can't hurt him, is he gonna stick to the game plan? I'm gonna take Charlo to stop him in the 10th round, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to stick to the game plan because he didn't listen to Derrick James last fight. He said, knockout, I got you, bro. Knockout, don't trust me. I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna trust you. He listened to his coach and he didn't keep his back on the rope. So he did his thing and did it well. Let me ask you this. What's next? We'll do it this way first. What do you think is next for Castano? Okay. Losing his belt, fought valiantly, but where does he go from here in your opinion? Does he stay at 154? Does he move up to 160? Does he try to fight a top contender? Does he take a tune up? What do you want to see from Castano next?
Okay. Well, let me just add on a couple more things.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Jamel. All right.
Yeah, you want to talk? Just talk about Jamel. You want to talk about Jamel for 30 minutes straight?
I'm just saying,
Jamel, man.
Yeah, that's my guy. I'm proud of him. But you know, a lot of people didn't pay attention to the body work. The body work that Jamel did. He really did great body work. He looked like he focused on the body a lot. Of course, the jab. He was very busy with the jab. And like I said, this is the most busy I ever seen him. And Ronnie Shields said that in a couple of interviews a couple of days ago. He said one thing about Jamel. He's a hard worker. And when he wants something, he go at it and he goes get it. You know, so one thing I can say, you know, Jamel went down to the body. He went and pretty much, and I think that put a toll on Castano. And that's why Castano was pretty much looking, breathing hard. And that slowed him down a little bit. Now, he was throwing, but he wasn't throwing like he was in round 1, 2, 3, and 4. You know, he started slowing down. But he still was throwing, but he wasn't throwing nothing meaningful. But every so often, in between shots, you know. So I think, I think Jamel did a great job. He stayed busy listening to Derrick James. And I think that was a hellified game plan. Stay moving and stay punching on the back foot. Because it wasn't no way that they was going to he was going to push Castano back. Castano, now, I have to give Castano credit. He is a dog, and he is strong. Now, Jamel, a few times trying to jump out and clinch him. He refused to clinch like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I was surprised he was able to push Mel up off of him a bunch. Like every time Mel tried to grab you, like, man, get your ass off. Man. Like, damn, strong ass Argentina dude.
Man, that dude was strong, you know. But only thing about Brian Castano has to be set. He had to be set to throw a punch. Now, Jamel, with his ring generalship, that was a problem for Castano. Because Castano had to horn in on him. He had to horn in on him like a drone. He had to go and find him. Then once he got him, pushed against the rope, then he swings. But Jamel pretty much did what we all expected him to do. Do not touch them ropes with your back. You feel him on rope because he stood there for a minute. Then he hopped right off of it, you know, and then brought it right back and run up and down the ropes using that lateral movement. And he was in great damn shape. All right.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, sir. All right. Now, to answer your question, let's get this. Jermaine.
Man, don't even answer that question, man. Catch the super chat. I'm going to ask you another question. We don't even want to talk about Castano, man.
Okay.
We don't even want to talk about it. We'll talk about Jamel, man. Go ahead, man. Get your super chats, man. The chat telling me, Picasso telling me I'm wrong and shit, man. My bad, y'all. Okay. We're gonna let OG have his whole time, Jamel. We'll talk about Castano another time. He ain't important today.
He said, "Boy, don't want that smoke down." Okay, yes, sir. Yeah, you don't want that smoke after that performance Jamel put on, man. Yes, sir. He was throwing wicked right hands, wicked left hands. I mean, man, even though they hit air sometimes, man, he was swinging. Yes, sir. He was counterpunching like crazy too. We got Dre the Finest also in the super chat. Said Kqkc and Knockout. What a great show. I look forward to. Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Thank you,
that,
man.
Dre. Appreciate
Yes,
that,
sir.
Dre's fine. So you know what? What's next for Jamel? We don't even care about Castano because the chat is on my helmet right now. Picasso laughing and shit. They on my helmet. So what do you want next for Jamel? Because Jamel was called out by Tim Zoo won't smoke, who's the WBO mandatory. Sebastian Fundora said he wants some smoke. Does he
Wow.
move up to 160? I think it's a lot more great fights for him at 154. What you want to see next from your boy, man?
I think he should stay there to 154. I don't want, first of all, it's two things. I do not want to see him in another card with his brother. I don't want to see him in the same weight class with his brother. Both of them together just don't mix. Yes, they are identical twins. That's fine. But they are too emotional. And when they are together, that is just like a dynamite. They will blow shit up. So I stay away. Jamel, I think it's great fights down there. I think he should stay down there and fight Tim Zoo. You got Fundora, and I believe he can be defend no belts. I know governing body fees are a lot on no belts, no doubt about it. Because you saw Maurice Suleiman, he's smiling, right? But still, I think that he should stay there and defend no belts. That's what I think. You know,
Me too,
in
man.
the
I
heat.
want to see him fight
Yeah.
one of those two people, bro. Like I'm here for it. Like stay at 154, fight Tim Zoo, fight Sebastian Fundora, and then like the monkey, the elephant in the room, so to speak, is your boy Earl Spence, Jamel's boy. Like if him and Crawford fight this year, and Jamel is defending those belts against Tim Zoo and Fundora, they could end up being in the same weight class. I know you don't want to see Mel and Jamal in the same weight class, but would you welcome and would you be open to a Earl Spence and Jamel Charlo fight if Earl Spence is able to beat Bud? I know we all open to Bud versus Mel because if Bud was to beat Spence, because they ain't really friends like that. But would you be open to a fight between EJ and Jamel, or do you think that's something that has no chance in happening?
Well, they said it's no chance of happening, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. But this is the problem. And this is the problem I've been thinking about. Will one of them have to go get another trainer? Or would Derek James train both of these guys? You come in at 12, you come in at 4. How about that? But it can't
Nah,
be in both
he had to get
corners.
another trainer. He had to go back to Ronnie or something.
Right.
Because
You can't.
because
Right.
Derek James was with Spence since he was a kid, bro. Like,
Okay,
that
so he
ain't
ain't
even
leaving Spence. Yeah, he's not leaving Spence. So because he can't be in two corners at once. So I mean, but hey, I welcome it. I would like to see it. You know, I mean, this boxing. You know, and hey, look, ain't no hard feelings, but I got to get mine, and you got to get yours. So it's no hard feelings. You know, but right now, we friends, but now I don't want to talk to you after the fight. After the fight, that's how I play it. You know, so
yeah, bro. We ain't cool.
No,
We about to
you're
go into
right.
camp. We'll have dinner after the fight.
Right,
Cause we about to
exactly.
try to beat the shit out of each other. But
You're right.
I like you. I would love to fight. Like I ain't never turned down no great fight. But I think they all gonna move. They playing in court. I think Jamal, Jamel, and Earl, they gonna all move up at the same time. And I think those guys that we want to see Jamel fight, they might just be either Spence's food or Bud's food. Cause I don't think he sticks around long enough. He might fight one of them, but I don't think he's gonna stick around at 154 to fight them both. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I would love to see the fight. I don't think we're gonna see. I think they too cool. And honestly, with what Derek James did for Charlo and how he's improved and how good of a trainer he is for him, I don't think Jamel want to have any other trainer in his career for as long as he boxing. I believe that he's gonna have Derek James as his trainer, and that means that he'll probably never fight Spence.
Oh, okay. Let me get these super chat.
Yes,
Who's
sir.
Israel? He's in the super chat. He said, "I noticed Bud Ghost as a F. You know, okay, he disappeared. All right, yes, sir. And we got my man Mano. What's going on, Mano? He said his brother said he will move to 168 so he can move to 160. Okay, and Spencer's coming to 154. It looks like all three are ready to dominate. This is the true definition, daring to be great. Damn right, Mano. That's what I'm talking about. They all
Yeah,
moving up.
that'll be
And
great.
yeah,
That'll be great.
man.
So where? So
And I
last
got one.
topic,
Let
man.
me get this. I got one
Oh, you
more.
got another one? Okay, do you think?
Yeah, I think I missed Dre the Finest. I think. No,
Now you
Jeffrey on
called him.
Steve.
He said he liked our show. I think. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Jeffrey on
Oh no, he
Caesar.
got another one.
Yeah, okay. I appreciate it, Jeffrey on Caesar. He said moving to 160 and force Triple G mandatory fight next. All
Y'all
right.
trying to get Triple G put in a coma.
Triple G might be retired by then, but
Yeah, but I feel you get
right.
them belts. Yes, sir. But let me ask you this, man. Let me
Okay.
ask you this. Where we put Mel on the pound for pound list now, man? Because he
Man.
went at Mike Coppinger. I don't know if you saw it. I know you probably ain't had time, but he went at ESPN. He went at ESPN hard after the fight.
Wow.
He said, man, F y'all been hating on me. Am I on your list? Like bro, you gotta go watch it. You know, Jamel, y'all think he volatile. He feeling himself right now. He was talking a lot of shit at the post-fight press conference. You gotta go check it out. But where do you put him pound for pound now, man?
Ooh, wow, man. He gotta be up there, one of the top fives. One of the top fives. I got to have him at one of the top fives. I'm not gonna say number one, but I will put him at top five. All right. I will put Usyk at one, and I will get Gervonta Davis two.
Oh,
okay. You know, and then I will give Earl Spence number three, Chance Crawford four, and Jamel five. That's how I'm looking at it. Now that gonna change. That can change now. They're gonna change after an undisputed fight. Now Earl Spence, he can't be one or two. No.
The winner between him and Bud, I think, would be
right.
like number one.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. You know, him and Bud, then Usyk, because Usyk just got up to heavyweight, but he still fits. He's still smaller, you know, in that weight class, and he hasn't really proved himself at heavyweight. He really fought Anthony Joshua, and you know, basically 2 fights or whatever. But I think Bud and Earl Spence is number 1 and 2.
Yeah,
but Charlo got to be in that pound for pound top 5. You got Gervonta Davis, Earl Spence, Crawford, and Usyk. You know, those are the main top guys in the sport of boxing right now.
I ain't mad at that. So I would agree with that. Top 5 for sure, based on how they do their list. Top 5. I would definitely do top 5. Shelton Moore, I've been looking for you. I
didn't say Mel was number 1. All right, I didn't say Mel was number 1.
5. He said top 5. But I've been looking for you, Shelton. I'll be looking for you Wednesday night, Shelton. Don't run from me. You owe me.
Okay.
My other OG Shelton Moore, he owe me. But let me. I'll go catch the super chat, and then I wanted one more thing. I want to try to make you mad this morning.
Okay, man. Once again in the super chat, man. I appreciate you, brother. All right, I have him at 3. No heavyweight should be on the list. Okay. I feel you. All right. Watch. They will remove Stevenson. Ain't no way they adding another brother. Wow.
Damn.
Wow. Ooh, damn. Man, you
tough.
know what? After what Jamel said, I know Jamel. Okay, I know Jamel, and like I always tell y'all, man, I love the way he box. You know, yeah, he can be an asshole, and now he's really gonna be an asshole. So y'all might well get used to it.
Fame, money, power, and notoriety only makes you more of what you already are, bro. Like that's just real. Like if you was already on drugs when you was broke, once you get some money, you gonna be even more on drugs. If you was already emotional, volatile, always popping shit, always talking your shit like Jamel is, and always got something to say, it's gonna be even worse now. And guess what? I love it. I'm gonna be here for all of it. Talk your shit, Jamel. Because he put in the work and he did what he's supposed to. He beat champions, bro. Like he fought everybody that was supposed to be the best, bro. At the time when he fought them, they was considered like one of the top 3 or 4 fighters in that division. So you got to give that man his props and his credit because he did what a lot of people don't do. He didn't only just say he wanted to smoke; he really went and got it. So you got to give him. You got to give him credit right now, man. You have to.
That's right. Yeah. You know what? You know, you all right in the chat. A heavyweight shouldn't be on that pound for pound list because the pound for pound list wasn't designed for heavyweights. And that's what it basically was designed for fighters that are really good and everything that wasn't heavyweights. So you
Mhm.
know what, you're right. So
But here's what I say to that, because I include Usyk on my own personal pound for pound list too.
okay,
Here's what I would say to them though: the definition of pound for pound, it means like, yo, if this guy was the same size as a heavyweight, he would
okay,
beat them. That's what they did with Sugar Ray Robinson. They were like, yo, Sugar
right,
Ray's so nice with it. He's so
mhm,
cold with it. If he were fighting the heavyweight, he could beat the heavyweight champion, right?
okay,
Well, Usyk, he said, forget wondering. Like, you don't have to wonder what would happen if I move up. I'm going to actually move up because I'm a smaller guy. I'm fighting at
yeah,
cruiserweight. I'm the undisputed champion at cruiserweight. You don't have to
mhm,
worry about, well, if he was a heavyweight, what could he do with the heavyweight champion? I'm going to show you what I would do with the heavyweight champion. I'm going to move up. I'm gonna fight a fighter that weighs 50 pounds heavier than the weight class that I was just fighting at, and I'm gonna
mhm.
beat his ass. And so,
Wow,
he did that. He did that to Anthony Joshua. So that's why I include him on mine. Like, if you start your career at heavyweight the whole time, that's
mhm,
one thing. But to start at a lower weight class and then move up, and everybody got Fury as the man right now. But when AJ had his 3 belts, it was a lot of people that were saying he was the man. So now that Usyk beat him, we can't act like Usyk ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
Fury just gonna run over him. Like, we need to see that fight because
mhm,
there's some things that Usyk can do to give him problems. Because all them advantages that Fury have over everybody else with the foot speed and the boxing skills,
mhm,
he ain't a better boxer from a skills perspective than Alexander Usyk. And
mhm.
Alexander Usyk is a dog and a savage. Like, you don't go take people belts at cruiserweight in their own hometown and then take Anthony Joshua belt in his own
It's home
hometown
sometime,
and
yeah,
you ain't a dog. You can't just pick nobody. If y'all still picking people to just run over Usyk, man, I
mhm,
don't know, bro.
yeah,
I don't know about that one. So that's why I include him, and that's why I disagree with people not putting him on the list because he's a heavyweight because he didn't start there, bro. He didn't start there. If you don't want to put like Tyson Fury on there, I understand that the man 270 pounds been a heavyweight his whole career, bro. Like that's cool. But somebody like Usyk that started off at 200, I got to give him his credit. Got to give him his props for that, man.
okay. Black Preacher Man, sports fan cattle. It's in the super chat. He said, "Who the top 5 active black fighters today? The top 5 active fighters today,
Who you got?
man."
Who's your top 5?
The top 5 active fighters, shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the black fighters are active, but really active, I would say Earl Spence. Okay, because he's always fighting when he can, or whoever will fight him. Okay, let me see who else. Shakur Stevenson. I think he's active and he's fighting whoever he can or whoever will fight him. And see, this is kind of hard too because see, a lot of guys don't want to fight these champions, and we talking about good black fight champions, and we got none other than the big boy from Ohio. Yes, sir. He was very active last year. He fought what 4 times last year. We talking about Big Baby
Mm.
Anderson. Don't forget about him. Okay, he hasn't been very active this year, but last year he was on point. So
I
right
think
now,
he meant active like that are fighting today. Like your top 5 black fighters that are fighting today, like right now. They don't have like not overly just the 5 best. Who you think the 5 best black fighters in boxing are right
the
now?
5 best fighters. Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah, I think that's what he meant. Yeah.
you got Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford. You got Jamel Charlo, most
Okay.
definitely. You got Shakur Stevenson, most definitely. What's that? 2, 3.
That's
That's 4.
4.
That's 5. Okay. Yeah, that's 4. What?
Man, that's a
Yeah,
tough
4.
ass.
And then you
Yeah,
got
that's a tough
Javante
ass question.
Davis. And you got Javante Davis. No doubt about that too. Then you got Boos Anderson. No doubt
Yeah,
about him.
it's so many to name just 5, bro. Like I have Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford for sure. I gotta
Mhm,
throw Shakur on there. That's
mhm.
3. Damn, I just saw what Jamel did. That's 4.
Javante Davis.
And then y'all know I love Tank.
Mhm,
That's 5. But that means you gotta leave off Boots. You gotta leave
right,
off Gary Antoine Russell, who beat Boots in the amateurs. You gotta leave off Stephen Fulton. You gotta leave
um,
off Devin Haney. You like, bro, like it's a lot.
right,
It's a lot.
man,
It's a lot. It's a lot of them, man. It's a lot out there.
right.
But let me ask you this last question. This
Mhm,
last, just because I saw this and I don't know if you talked about it, but I got to get your opinion on this, man. So,
mhm.
what do you think of these rankings where Canelo Alvarez is still ranked better than Dimitri Bivol? What does that make you think? That they still have Canelo Alvarez ranked as a better pound for pound fighter than Dimitri Bivol?
I think they're going by just political. I think it's political. I think that's what it is. It's political. Now, of course, they're going to say because Demetrius Bivol is not as popular as Canelo Alvarez. Or they might just say that, hey, Demetrius Bivol haven't fought champions like Canelo Alvarez. Now, no matter you love them or loathe them, no matter if they trash or not, they had a belt. Rocky
Yeah.
Fielding had a belt. So I mean, even though he can beat him, and even also he strategically pick out these fighters for him, but they are champions. So if that's the way they're gonna answer, they probably will, because he fought more champions than Bivol. So that's the only way I can look at it. That and being political. And Canelo was more active. Canelo has been fighting twice a year, if not 3 times a year. So that I can say also. So that's basically the only thing you can justify.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I can say. What you think?
Man, I just think it's BS. Like it's just they insult boxing fans, they insult our intelligence. Like in no other sport do you beat someone and they either ranked above you or they get to move on. It's like, bro, like I don't want just watch boxing. I watch all these other sports. That's like beating somebody and then they move on to the next round of the playoffs, even though you won. Like that shit don't make no sense to me, bro. Like at the
Right.
very least, switch them around. Like if you still want to rank Canelo highly right now, then rank him highly, but don't put him in front of the man that he just beat, or that
Right.
just got beat by, or that he just got beat by, I should say. Like, don't do that shit, bro. That shit's not, it's not right, bro. It makes absolutely positively no sense at all. Like, they didn't do that shit with Lomachenko. When Lomachenko lost to Teofimo Lopez, they wanted to keep him on the list, but they had the decency to at least put Teofimo Lopez ahead of Lomachenko because Teofimo beat him. You know what I'm saying? Like, give
Exactly.
Dimitri Bivol the same respect, bro. Like, y'all already ain't paid the man his purse yet. You know what I'm saying? I understand he from Russia. A lot of the
Right.
world don't like Russia right now.
Right.
But damn, bro, like he just beat that man, and you still got that man ranked above him. Like that's why I don't understand that shit, man. Like it makes no sense to me. I feel like when I see shit like that, I'm like, oh, they think I'm stupid. They think I'm some dumbass boxing fan that's just gonna go along and not say nothing and go along with everything that they say because it's the ring list or it's the ESPN list, bro. That's a horse. That's just bullshit, bro. It makes absolutely no sense how you beat someone, how you beat someone, and your reward is you got to look at a list and they still rank better than you. Like that just it just rubs me the wrong way. So that's why I wanted to ask you about it, because I'm like, man, they just give us so much bullshit, man, and tell us that it tastes good, and I'm tired of taking it from them, bro. Like it's not right. Like I ain't no Dimitri Bivol fan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not, bro. I picked Canelo to win that fight. I got that fight wrong. I thought Canelo was better than him, and I was dead wrong. I'm willing to admit that. I'm willing to say, yo, Dimitri Bivol is a better fighter than Canelo Alvarez,
Yeah.
even though I thought that he wasn't. But for some reason, other people don't want to do that. They want to find all these excuses for Canelo. They want to say he was too small or
Right.
this or that, and then they want to put him on the
Exactly.
list, still ranked above Bivol and shit. Man, it's disheartening that boxing does that shit, man, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's a shame. Then you have Oscar De La Hoya yesterday after the Zerto fight. Him and his lady, they went back to the hotel and they started watching the Jamel Charlo fight. Well, of course, they asked on Instagram. I mean, yeah, that was Instagram. Hey, Oscar, who you got? Oh man, I got a Castano, because see, Jamel talked too much shit. A promoter don't supposed to be doing that publicly. I mean, yes, that's Oscar. And his lady telling him how to turn the camera and shit. He dumb as hell too. And right, he trying to tell him how to turn the phone around so you can see. And so I mean, it just and I don't blame Jamel. I mean, they just tripping. So man, but I'm glad he won, and I'm glad he put it in their face, because like they had the Charlos. The Charlos should have been way advanced by now. They've been fighting long enough. They should be up there. They should be on pay-per-view every time they fight. But they not bringing in the dollars like that because of their mouth. All right, because of their attitude, because of things they say. But they can box. They can box. That's one thing about them. They're a boxer punchers. So. But basically, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, let me say this last thing, and then let me touch on Oscar real quick.
Yes, sir.
Eric, I feel you, bro, but that's basically like so. The brother Eric says it was a chance that Canelo took by fighting Bivol that he could ruin his reputation and pound for pound standing if he lost. So basically, since he tried, oh man, Canelo tried hard. He tried, so it is what it is. He tried. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit from them, bro. And I know because he tried. Like everybody tried, bro. Congratulations, you made a bunch of millions to try, and you still get bro. I'm not trying to hear that. As far as Oscar De La Hoya, can you imagine if you and I made a pick or we had our boxing shows and people were like, yo, knockout, why you got such and such fight? And I was like, oh, well, because he talk a lot of shit, so I ain't picking. Like, why do people ask him that shit, bro? Like, why would you ask Oscar that shit? And why do you still go to him like as if he gonna give you some sort of expert opinion or analysis of some shit? Like, oh, I got Castano because Jamel talk a lot of shit. Come on, bro. We expect more from you. I understand you mad that Jamel used to be a Golden Boy fighter and he left and shit, and you don't want to have nothing positive to say from, but at least be like, I got Castano because of the pressure. I think it's like, give me something, bro. Don't just say no dumb ass shit like that. And people actually listen to him, bro. Like whatever, man. That's all I got. I could go all day, man. God damn.
Hey, we got one more super chat. Black Preacher Band Sports Fan Callum. He said Canelo getting the biggest check. It has nothing to do with his skills. And to be clear, pound for pound, black fighter list top 10. All right.
Yeah. I got you.
All right. Okay. But hey, this been a good show, man.
Facts.
And this been a good weekend. And man, this been a good weekend for me personally because I like Jamel Charlo. I like Jamal Charlo. Now Jamal got to get on his shit. All right, but Jamel did what he had to do, and he came out victorious. So now he's number 7 on all time undisputed list in the 4-belt era. So with that, man, I am Kqkc Boxing Network. You can find me right here on YouTube, and that's Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. We got a call-in show. That's Saturday mornings at 10:30 a.m. If there's a fight, you don't want to be no other place but right here at Kqkc Boxing Network. And don't forget, every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock a.m. Next week, we'll be on KNOCKOUTBOXING86TV platform. So make sure you subscribe to my brother. All right. He got some great content. He dropping videos every day. No doubt about it. And he always get his prediction right. I mean, man, that got to be slamming. You called it, and you called it right last night. I mean, he took him out in the 10th round, and he had him in the 10th round. That's hard to do. That's very hard to do. And my man studies. He studies. So if you want him on a guest on your show, man, always notify him. Let him know. All right. Because he got a great prediction show that comes on every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. And he comes on also at Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. So, all right. So go ahead and knock out before I hit this super chat.
I mean, shoot, you said it all. Y'all catch me Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We discuss the hottest topics in boxing. Open up the panel for you guys. Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. That's the prediction show, man. We try to break down and predict all the upcoming fights for this week. We did good this week with the Jamel Charlo fight. So y'all come through and hang out with us, man, as we do it, because we do it every single week for that week's fights. And if you got a prediction, the brother Thomas Huggins sent me some predictions he want me to do this week. I will do the predictions that you guys want to hear about if you shoot me an email. And the email is always in the description of every video and every live stream that I do. And then obviously Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, me and Kqkc, we be rocking out, man. So y'all come check us out and be sure to smash on this man like button before y'all get out the building. That's all I got, man.
Hey, I appreciate it. We got one more super chat from my man Crump Juice. Yes, sir. It says, "Sup, OG? If skills pay the bills, the 1 through 5 most skilled black fighters is number 1, Boost, number 2, Bud, number 3, EJ, number 4, Stevenson, number 5, Tank." Any thoughts?
That's a good list.
That's a good list.
That's a good list. I would flip some of the names around, but the names I think is spot on. But shit, like yeah. That's a damn good list, Crunk Juice.
Yeah, that's a good list. But I'll change some names too around. But That's a good list, though. But you got it on point. You got everybody that's involved, and all those guys got skills that pay the bills.
For sure.
Yep. So with that, that's another good morning after show, and we'll be back again next Sunday at 9:00 a.m. I thank everybody, and shout out to everybody that came in today. All right, and that's it. And I will see you next Sunday. All right, peace.
In Texas Run Boxing. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
All right, peace. We out of here.